Hi everybody, I'm Shaman.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Ritzgarn. And I'm back from my spirit journey. I traveled across the astral plane and now I can pun in 4 new languages.
God damn it.
Wenn Fliegen hinter Fliegen
Who agreed to fund his vacations? That's extraordinary. That is
you
just,
told me before... You told me before we started the episode that what happened last week was that the Elusive Man and Joker got into a dance fight over the fate of the universe, but
pretty much.
It just looks like he's shooting dudes. I was excited.
Well,
What's
just wait, Michael
on?
Jackson will show up in a minute.
You missed out! Also, I want to say this. The reason Chris isn't here tonight is that he get married. Yesterday.
Is that he get married?
Is that he get married?
that's precisely the words he sent us in the message he sent to all of us.
Well, he is a very well-spoken person.
I get married, strength and try.
Oh,
try and trade for many goats. 2 tribes be an alliance till end of moon.
Yeah, that was written on one of those really fancy wedding invitations that I got. Nothing else was on it.
Congratulations, Chris. Let us know when you need to know how Babby formed.
Now I have to look at the show notes.
You're welcome, Seamus. I just love making more work for you. Okay, so... Looks like we're shooting Cerberus dudes. Is that part at least accurate?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, this is a bit of a change up from the game. The earlier stuff where we were shooting Cerberus in kind of a military base, and now we're shooting Cerberus in a destroyed military base. And this is just really their way of keeping it fresh, you know. Because otherwise, there's a chance that this might get old for somebody.
And
like for people
our goal...
Wait, how do we get back here? And where did I pick up an assault rifle?
And why does the computer have a countdown for when it blows up shown in English?
For that matter, why didn't Cerberus set it to blow up immediately? Why did the countdown? Why the drama? Like, oh look, you hacked into the trigger mechanism. Bye-bye! For that matter, why didn't Cerberus just blow it up?
Besides disarming the bomb and collecting 50 Star Sunset Sarsaparilla caps, what are we actually doing here?
Okay, this bomb was put here ages ago by the Turians. After the Krogan rebellions. They put this here in case the Krogans gave them crap again.
Oh, this is all we have to do to separate it from the detonator? Why didn't we do that in the first place? Why bother hacking it? That was faster!
And if this bomb goes off, it's like a really big super nuke. It was basically their fail-safe in case the genophage didn't work out or something else went wrong. And then they never did anything.
Or the Krogan just said, fuck it anyway?
Yeah, the Krogan never questioned this bomb sitting on their world. And, so this is Primarch Victus' son sacrificing himself to keep the bomb from going off and save Tuchanka.
I'm sure we're not going to get chewed out of that at all.
At least she doesn't have to be in this game anymore.
I really think it would be interesting if... correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a guaranteed death. There is no way to save him.
Nope, there's absolutely no way to save him.
It would have been nice if there was a choice there. I mean, really, we can't fault the game for everywhere you don't get a choice, but it did sort of seem like he was just doomed. Like, oh, here's a character, and now he's dead.
Well, I mean, I guess it is about time Mass Effect embrace its supposedly overarching theme of fatalism.
Sacrifice in war is expected. He did us proud, but we're a hard bunch to please. Living your life for the cause. Society first, platoon first.
So, I mean, whatever you just did, I guess it was a success, right? Bomb didn't go off?
Yes.
Well,
he did.
If it did, it's not shown on screen.
If it did, it's quite
I'm sure the bomb
didn't.
didn't. Yeah, so you saved the bomb. You kept the bomb from going off
Joker said the Krogan
at the cost of the Primarch's son, and this causes a little bit of trouble with him.
Understandable.
Oh
And
yeah,
then Hackett
the Krogans
shows up to tell you that,
With Rex and the Primarch,
to tell you the obvious.
you've got a situation, bro.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know, Rex and, like, Victus, right? They don't like each other. You should, I don't know, maybe, like,
Yes, sir.
keep a handle on that, Shepard. Thank you so much, Admiral
If that
Hackett.
bomb, if that bomb had gone off, that
What?
really
I'm
would've
sorry,
been bad for us.
you're not coming through very well. You're breaking up. Signal interference.
On my planet,
But the things are quantum entanglement. They can't have it. Shut up!
so much has changed. Not enough to tell us about the bomb, coward.
Hey,
How did he even find
Yeah,
out
here we
about
get
it?
more- Here we get back to some classic Bioware bantering,
and you want to fight about this?
where you get to lay down Mori-like judgment on your squabbling crew. Dictate which of them is wrong, which of them are right, or whether they're just a bunch of dope-ass motherfuckers and they need to stop talking and get back to saving the galaxy, like they're supposed to.
It's all right.
Huh.
Yes, fine.
This actually was not a bad Renegade thing. Most of the Renegade things in this game tend to stray into... Ha! You're all idiots, and I'm an idiot, and everything I say is really offensive. That one actually made
love
sense.
if a Renegade interrupt just had Shepard run up to somebody and bite them.
You kept this a secret. And
Rawr.
in charge.
Shepard just goes like, it cuts off whatever they're saying. Like, yeah, they're saying like, Shepard, you cost hundreds of lives. Do you think that you have the authority? And Shepard just comes in with me, 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 me.
I want to play that Renegade.
I want a Renegade interrupt where I just say back to them whatever they just said in a condescending voice.
He died with the respect of his men. I wanted to thank you for that.
I'd play almost the whole game that way. Like,
Mysteries of the Ninth
Shepard, you need my help.
Any father would be.
I'm the king of Omega, and if you don't work with me, you might as well. Hey, listen to me. I'm the Omega person. If you don't work with me, me, and they just sort of look at me funny and walk off. And I just flip them the bird and go.
You, during the entire Hackett briefing, you just make farting noises with your mouth the whole time, and he just keeps trying to be professional and talk while you do that the whole time.
What
You
I'm
have to
saying
hold
is, I
down the
want to
Renegade
play.
interrupt button the whole time.
What I mean is, I want the option to play an entire game as an insufferable knob.
Oh, look! Remember that Rachni queen we saved? Well, apparently, they're not working out so well, but I'm sure the Alliance Corps of Engineers will get used
Wait a
to
minute,
them
you're
eventually.
trying to tell us that a bunch of indoctrinated Rachni and sending them to our super secret base of saving the universe was a bad idea? Man,
Shut up!
this game wants to punish you no matter what you do. That's crap.
Maybe they only want to punish you if you arbitrarily make extremely stupid decisions.
I gotta
So-
hand it to them. So many choices in this game are six one way, half dozen the other. That's a definite good or bad, and using wisdom you can
Joker,
intuit
what have
the
you
good
got?
one. I like that.
Of course, any toddler can do it the good one. But
What?
that's okay.
Get everyone assembled in the war room. I want eyes on the shroud.
Actually, if you hadn't played the previous two games, you might not have a
New
clear
form
picture
of
of
Reaper,
that.
using Shroud to poison
I'm not
Tuchanka's
sure how
atmosphere.
obvious it would be.
Problematic.
They want to fight. They just got one.
Maybe.
Need a Renegade interrupt to make fun of Joker.
That could be difficult.
I want to see in my theoretical
You
like
said
Ass
you'd help.
Effect
It's
game.
time to deliver.
Whenever Joker's talking, I'll just be running laps around his chair.
Jackass effect.
Yes,
Combine-
Yeah, Ass
There
Effect
you go.
sounds
Reaper with an
too...
airstrike.
Too much like what
At
the
same
first
time,
game
those
actually
soldiers will be
promised.
attacking from the ground.
Yeah.
Together, you can draw it away from the tower.
which was an ass.
What? Our plan is to attack the Reaper with a combined ground and air assault. It's a Reaper!
That's...
It's now or never.
They've probably never encountered people that were willing to fight back. They probably just... All the millions of previous people just sat there. The Reapers will have no idea what to do with this.
Oh no!
It's like every time the Reapers show up, it's like that scene with in Independence Day when they're all like, "Hey, welcome to Earth," and then they get blown up. I'm sure they never had to fight any kind of organized resistance.
All you need to say was, "It's like that scene." I instantly knew what you were talking about. No, Seamus, like other civilizations that fought the Reapers, they just didn't have esprit de corps. And they weren't like, oh man, we need to stop the Reapers for the safety of our homeworlds. And they didn't believe in themselves.
Then allow me.
And they didn't fight back,
They
man.
weren't plucky enough.
They weren't. Insufficient pluck was had by their combined military effort.
Morden will likely detect this malfunction.
That's why they were reaped.
But if you
Insufficient
ensure that he
pluck.
doesn't, then the cure's viability will be altered just enough so that it fails. No one will
So,
notice.
this is an important plot point. Okay, go ahead.
They need not be any the wiser.
Yeah, so in case you want to be a total asshole,
Morden would never
you
stand.
can also not cure the genophage.
To you, Commander. We can
What?
provide you our very best.
You can
Wasn't the
pretend to cure the
mandatory plot-
genophage.
Okay,
Wasn't the mandatory plot element
Okay.
the best 40 minutes of the game? Okay, continue.
Sabotage the cure.
Think about
This is an interesting. You can keep flip flopping on this. So there's the shroud, which was originally used to spread the genophage, and now it's just sitting there. And like everything else, the Krogan never bothered to tear it down or do anything with it. And where they were fighting one of their infinite number of wars, they were always careful to not destroy this. And so it's still good after 1,000 years or whatever. So now it can be used to distribute the core, or the cure.
The
So
core.
the core. So the Solarians anticipated that it might be used for this someday. So they deliberately sabotaged it. So if you try and distribute the cure with this shroud, which it just sprays it all over the atmosphere. Like, good thing it didn't call for hypodermic needles to distribute the cure, or that plan would have gone sideways on.
Oh, hang on, guys. The spoiler warning cast door just opened. Hey, Chris.
Hello. Hey,
Hey,
look!
Chris. You know what
Hey.
you're gonna love? You're gonna love the first 5 minutes of this episode.
Oh,
You
wow.
can't wait to see it.
We got some point.
Anyway, back to the game.
So anyway, the shroud is sabotaged. If we use it to distribute the cure, it will fail. That Solarian person just told us this, but Morden will notice this sabotage and try to fix it. He's totally dedicated and willing to give his life to cure the genophage. So, we can go back and forth. We can
It's our sacred meeting ground.
choose to cure the genophage. We can choose to let the sabotage happen. We can choose to tell the Krogan about this.
Krogan history filled with defining
Either way.
moments, most bloody. Oh, this
So
one
there's a
better.
lot of choices being made here.
So just so it's clear.
Sorry,
why would
Morton.
we have
This is a
gone this
Mass
far?
Effect game. There ain't no way this ain't gonna end with blood.
So just so we're clear, is there any reason why we would have gone this far if we just wanted to sabotage the genophage? Was it like that the
Well,
that doing
I
this
mean,
project
there is
was
a
getting other
concern
nations to
that the
cooperate?
Solarians have that is kind of a valid one, that the Krogan, as soon as they have the genophage cured, they'll breed really fast, and in 20 years they'll take over the galaxy.
Right, but why would we have done all this stuff if we wanted to sabotage the genophage?
Well, we're only
We'll
doing
say
this
nothing
because
for
the
now.
Turians, the Turians want Krogan help to defend their homeworld. So they're willing to help Earth if we'll get the Krogan to help them. The Krogan won't help unless we cure the genophage.
The Reapers are already
So we're working our way down a long chain of dependencies, basically.
Hang on tight. We're heading in.
You know, that's not great game design, but in this case, I think, like, usually with... Okay, let me just take a step back here. So, 101 quest design here. Giving players sub-goals to accomplish larger goals isn't always a good idea. Like, if you want to get through a doorway, you shouldn't, for example, make them become a captain of the guard, then make them do jobs for the captain of the guard, then make them do jobs for those jobs, just so they can finish all that stuff, just so they can get promoted, just so they can get through a doorway. Purely
Neverwinter Nights 2!
Yeah, I was wondering how long it
subtlety-
would take for you to say that.
The subtlety, is, like, you know, because obviously every quest is made of sub-goals. So the important thing is just to maintain the feeling the player is really moving forward along their initial trajectory. And in this case, on second thought, it really does retain that feel. Like, in this case, sub-goals works. Because, you know...
Yeah, it does, because it
it's always
feels like
moving
you're moving forward. And the things that you're running in... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think the reason this works, and I would compare it to the episodes we did last week, where you're getting the bomb, you're getting the Primarch's kid, and then he tells you about a bomb, and you're going off on random things on Tuchanka just to get the Turians to say thumbs up, we'll help you out, and it just feels so far removed and so impersonal, unrelated to your main quest line, where the Turians will help you out if you help out the Primarch wants you to get his kid, the kid wants you to get the bomb, etc., etc., etc. Where here it's like, you want the Turians' help, and you have to decide whether to trick them or do it honestly, but honestly has repercussions, and all of it feels relevant to the main story.
Rex, did you just like run off and take a bath in strawberry jam or something?
Nobody said anything about this.
Whose blood is
nobody
that?
else is bloody.
Who are you?
Erdnot Reeve, brood brother to our...
And Reeve is the rival. Now, if we don't have Rex alive, which is the default for these games, Reeve is your go-to guy, and he is not nearly as capable as Rex, not nearly as pragmatic, and basically a much worse leader.
There's no time for this.
Much more prone to war.
Solarians ends right now.
Much more short-sighted. He's basically your classic Krogan.
We flay our enemies alive and drown them in the geyser of their own blood. You know, that's really not a very time-efficient solution. Oh shit, man. I just realized how much I don't want to be
Why did
headbutted
Rex
by one
get
of
to
those
say
blades.
what it said that we were gonna say?
Oh, shoot.
Hey guys, this is gonna be an inspirational speech cutscene.
Oh god, I can't wait.
Or you can fight the enemy you were born to destroy and win a new future for our children. I choose to.
Till some jackass blows up the entire world.
Who will join me?
So let me rephrase that speech. You can uphold your traditions and fight, or you can fight someone else.
What about the rest of you?
What?
But if you don't fight, then you die.
But if you don't fight the other things, then you die. Or maybe they die if you don't fight. But that might be good if they're your enemy. Finish the fight? No, I can't say that.
That was the marketing
It's
line for
18.
Mass Effect 2. Or was it for Mass
seriously
Effect 3?
work?
I can't even remember.
Copy that.
No, Mass Effect 2
Mass Effect 3
was
was taking
Fight
out their
for the
tanker.
Lost, which made about as much
that was
sense as
Halo.
anything else.
Jesus!
Genophage, Rex.
Right.
That was the line for Halo.
Hate them somehow.
That was the
I'll
joke.
demand the council return some of our old
I don't pay attention to these
We'll need room to expand.
modern war shooters.
Recapture the glory of the ancients.
Glory of ancients led to Krogan rebellions, countless deaths, creation of genophage, expansion plan, problematic.
What were the ancient Krogan like?
I really do.
That's how you...
Wasteland.
Sorry,
In the old
Chris.
times, the Krogan
I love the way they phrase,
We had
sort of
dreams, a
pit,
future to look
you know,
forward
Morden
to.
against Rex
Until
there.
Solarian
They because it's not
No,
just, you
we
know,
destroyed the
Solarian
truth
versus
ourselves.
Krogan. I think it works well as like
Technology changed us. It
sort of
made
this,
life
you know,
too easy.
matter-of-fact,
So we
science-based,
looked for new
evidence-based
challenges.
guy who really
We found
deals
them in
in
each
facts and science,
New
and then
careers,
someone else who really
as you
believes in tradition
Our
and culture
planet is
and
We'll need
sort of
another
a
place to
cultural
live.
society and a cultural narrative, and seeing those.
Why is the Paragon option, yeah, sure, Krogan, you're fine, go expand, and the Renegade is, no, we can't let you expand? I don't...
You forgot,
What?
Josh. When they remember, Renegade also equals space racist. You're a spacist.
Which is why we're on this whole adventure here.
Yeah, and you know why you're on this whole adventure here, Josh? Because you have the unflinching, unquestioned assumption that humanity's survival is more important than the self-defense of any other planet, irrespective of situation or odds. Yes,
So,
because you're space racists.
In any other situation in this game, I would be 100% fine with going all Renegade and saying fuck the world. But this is probably the best part of the game. I guess we can keep this in reserve until it really comes up, but...
No. If you try to reveal it now, don't you get interrupted, or was that earlier when you were dropping down?
Yeah, you do get interrupted.
Oh yeah. So
you
what?
You can't tell them until the moment it matters.
Oh well.
Go ahead and reveal it.
Okay. Okay. Look, if you're Commander Shepard, like, and someone tries to interrupt you, you just like draw a bead on a motherfucker.
The cure won't work unless we fix
That sounds like all the relevant information.
It must have been when you were dropping in then.
Plus an audio recording, which, as we all know, cannot be forged in this universe.
Correctly.
Yeah, okay, why would Commander Shepard be forging a fucking recording? It's Shepard. If Shepard wants a course of action to go through, Shepard just cannonballs into it. Literally cannonballs into it on a wave of psychic energy and kicks the shit out of it before shotgunning what's left. Shepard don't do subterfuge.